we look forward to for the rest of the wet season?
Well, I actually took a look at the chance of recovering from our drought through about July. You can see Escondido will have a deficit of about 26 inches. 0% chance of recovery. Now also Chula Vista, they'll have a deficit of almost 9 inches, only a 1% chance of recovery by the time we get to July. So pretty much we're not going to see the end in sight, at least for about the next few seasons, although we are going to continue to deal with that small chance of rainfall through the week. Today we've already seen about 41/100ths out toward Fallbrook into El Cajon to 10/7 inch, and out toward La Mesa almost 15/100ths of an inch in rain there. The heaviest storm activity has now pretty much come to an end. The radar from the last 6 hours has carried all of the rain away, and now we're looking at fairly dry conditions. Not lasting long, though. Even though this is not a drought buster, look at the storm potential. The area shaded in red all the way out toward the Pacific. That's forecast to slide on through. Southern California will have one storm coming on down Wednesday and another storm on down Thursday and into Friday. We talk all about it coming up in your full forecast. Guys? That's going to come at the very end of the work week into the weekend. People who want it still rainy, drizzly, the type of weather you want to stay inside, that's what we have for a good chunk of the next few days. Cold front moved through. That's also going to produce the jet stream to make a little bit more of a dip. So keeping our temperatures slightly below average for tomorrow. Our next system on the heels, that'll then come on down for us as we head through Wednesday. But yet again, still looking at the chance of precipitation really increasing. I think the strongest storm out of all of these will in fact be on Thursday night. That's the day we could actually see some thunderstorms begin to erupt with really torrential downpours. So still waiting on how those models are going to configure, but one thing we know for sure is that for the rest of this evening, really looking at just mostly cloudy skies. Starting tomorrow out, the same scenario. Those clouds are not going to lead to pretty much any rainfall for tomorrow, just keeping our temperatures fairly cool. Once we get to around 11 o'clock at night, you can see the activity now edging out over toward Orange County. This is storm number 2 of the week. It will impact your morning commute on Wednesday. Only about a 20% chance of rain, and you can see for the most part it's concentrated out toward North County. So if you're into Chula Vista and National City, you do not need to set your rain or your alarm clocks earlier to deal with the rain. But by the time we get to noon, now a 50% chance of rain, so maybe bring your lunch instead of having to travel those wet roads to eat out. Ramona, Lakeside, even in Valley Center, dealing with that, and once we get to around your 5 o'clock hour, we'll take that down to a 30% chance of rain as we await the arrival of that stronger system by Thursday morning. More details as far as the wind with these systems, and squeeze out even more rain coming on down. Looking at the country, though, because we're not the only ones dealing with the stormy weather. Also taking a look out over toward the northeast, you can see a lot of these clouds. That's all beginning to move out over toward Maine and pushing into upstate New York. And with that, the area shaded in purple is where they actually have a winter weather advisory. That's up for State College. They could see around 1 to 2 inches of snow. The shading in this lighter purple, though, freezing rain for Pittsburgh, anticipating about a trace of ice to develop along the roadways there tonight. And then winter storm warnings continuing out toward California. That's the area shaded in pink, anticipating a few inches there, and a flash flood watch. This is what's really concerning all the way through about Tuesday at 4 o'clock as they're anticipating very swollen creeks. Guess what, folks? We're going to get more rain as well. So when we zoom in for about the next 3 days, this is going to cover our precipitation for the rest of tonight, which I don't think will be much, just saying those clouds. But by Wednesday, we'll see another 1/4 of an inch out into Alpine. El Cajon, maybe 2/10. Out over toward Encinitas, another 1/4 of an inch. This is going to be the weaker of the 2 next storms. Once we get to Thursday and Friday, that in fact is going to be the strongest, and we could even see snow levels down to 4,500 feet. 7-day forecast, 63 degrees for the next 2 days. They're ending late Friday. Let's look at your 7-day forecast. Jason, over to you.
All right.
Today, we're going to get more rain for the rest of this week. Still not going to be a drought buster, and here's the reason why. I look around 64 degrees for a good chunk of the inland areas as well as the coast. Mountain communities only into the 40s. The deserts at around 70. We've been talking about rain, though, and here's the storm potential. Notice all of the areas shaded in red in the Pacific. When we get through Wednesday, we'll have one little energy system come on down. This one will be fairly light. The one that will arrive Thursday into Friday, you can just see how much larger it is. This one has the chance of bringing thunderstorms, heavier rain, snow, and wind. We'll talk all about how much precip we could see from that one coming up next, guys.
All right. Thanks, Sabrina.
That little area of pink coming on down. There is the precipitation chance of snowfall coming down to about 4,500 feet for us. But by Thursday at 4:30, it looks like the activity will stay further to the south, but yet again, keeping that chance of scattered showers on our Friday as well. So your hours from Wednesday through Friday. Let's look at your 7-day forecast.